We are starting the Bridge Between Us. The Bridge Reacts 4th season. And why not start by interviewing myself? And I got the person who's going to interview me, my boy Kenneth, my cousin, a brother. Should I say your last name?
No.
All right. We ain't putting the whole government out there, bro. Yeah, it's all good. But I appreciate having you here, man. He's a long-time supporter, a long-time friend. That's the homie right there. Yo, every time I'm like away from the channel, guess who's keeping me and holding me accountable, man? This guy right here. So
it ain't me, bro.
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing too much and this microphone is probably smacking everything right now, so I'm already messing myself up, but it's okay. It is a new day and we are going to ask Marcus questions and start off the season 4 a little bit different, but let's go ahead and kick it off, man. What you got for me?
All right, now, so we was already on this topic earlier, man.
Oh, okay.
The Olympics.
Oh,
this religion stuff, bro. What's up with it, man?
The religion stuff, man. So you started us off crazy.
Hey, bro, we going hot.
You coming in hot, crazy. All right, so my take, I guess I'm trying to wrap this around. Disclaimer, we're just asking me questions, whatever. Some of the questions are gonna be about some of the things we talk about on the channel, some things maybe not as much, but again, just get to know me. I appreciate that, man. The Olympic situation. So I personally am more of a Christian believer, myself personally. I am more religious faith. If you haven't already seen that from the channel, you probably should know by now. If not, here's me, saying it. I have a religious background, Baptist, grown up Baptist Christian faith. So like seeing certain things like that to me is just, it does come off as a mocking thing because we all know, I get like, I didn't read too much about the situation because I'm like, bro, that's a lot. But from what I know of, it's supposed to be about some kind of Renaissance painting from the French or the Dutch. And it's just showing, like, I guess, Greek gods or different gods and stuff, whatever, something like that. And it's a very, very, Marcus, you might put it on the screen, I guess, maybe if you care to. But like, it's supposed to look like this, but then if you look at the Last Supper, it looks like that. So it looks very similar. And then you have this white chick in the middle trying to look like Jesus. It's all this other stuff, bro. And it's weird to me personally. I think people should just leave certain things alone, especially when it comes to Christianity that's being attacked all the time. And no one really does enough about it personally. And then again, so I could wrap this up to my point is that like Christian values and family values almost go hand in hand. I personally think, you can challenge me if you want on that, but a lot of the Christian faith talks about family, talks about the dynamics of family. So if you are attacking Christian faith, that feels like it's almost an attack on family as well. And that's where I kind of lie on, and I don't like that. So personally, I think it's whack. I get art is art. And by doing this, we're creating art. I get it, but it's at the end of the day, leave Christianity alone. You don't do that to the Buddhist faith. You don't do it to the Jews. You don't do it to them. You don't do it to, of course, Islamic faith. So it's like, why are you attacking Christian faith? To me, it's an attack on Christians, but hey, that's just me.
Was it needed? Yes or no?
Was it needed? No. Was it needed in a way of like creating controversy and a discussion and riling up and pissing people off? I guess if that was your main goal, you've accomplished it. And then they're really sorry apology. I don't know if you've seen that, man. It was an apology. They were saying like, if we offended somebody or anybody, we are sorry. And it's like, the reason why you're apologizing is because you know you've offended people, and that's why y'all had to come out and apologize in the first place. So you know you did. I personally think it was very intentional. I don't know all the ins and outs. I wasn't there. I wasn't a part of the planning of all that, but it seems very intentional and ill will. So
yeah, man.
That's just me. But
I mean, all that lines up though. If you watch the channel, like you'll for sure tell like this is a family man and he's always looking at the future.
I have no kids. I'm not even married yet, and I've said this plenty of times. I found a great woman 2 years ago, and I do believe in the Christian values, once again, marriage, all that. So it's like I care about this, and I hate seeing our people, fall short in this because we've been doing this for decades, and that's why it's part of the large reason of why we're where we're at, right? So it's like you're attacking family, attacking the Christian faith. I feel like it's almost like an attack on us to a degree. Maybe that's a stretch or a reach, but man, that was a long first one, but You gave me a crazy one to start off with, so it's like, hey.
No, but
Yeah.
let's stay on that though.
Okay.
So we all about the culture. You know what I mean? Bettering the people, people.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about how they portray us on the internet, our culture? You seen the 20 verse 1, the balloon games and all that. You know what I mean? When they grab one random dude, you know what I mean? They lined up like 20 females. They usually like Instagram models or whatever. And they pop the balloon.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. My bad, man. Yeah. Okay.
How you feel about that?
I feel like it's just one of those. I don't want to say. It would be disingenuous for me to say it's one of those like fast food content kind of like styles, because what I'm doing right now, I do a lot of reaction videos. So I'd be a hypocrite for trying to say, it's just something so like mainstream, but it definitely brings a conversation. It stirs the pot, I personally believe. And I think a lot of those individuals are paid actors or actresses, or they have an agenda to talk about, and they want to create a reaction. So they're there to, say some crazy off the wall stuff or do something that's off the wall crazy. Just like when it comes to like, I don't know if you're already familiar with, it's like a British product, like Pearly Things had a thing like that, very similar, or like, say for instance, Fresh and Fit. It's like one of those things where they have a lot of people involved and they're having these discussions, but it's like you're stirring the pot or you're stirring up controversy just to, create a rile out of people in a sense, and just, I think...
They running the plays, WWE out there.
They're running I could have said that. Shit, okay, I could have said that the entire time, man. Like, am I anxious? Am I nervous? I haven't been on this YouTube space in so long, so it's like, man, it's been forever. But I appreciate you again. Yeah, it's WWE. You're exactly right. It's fake, man. Just like, what was that one dude? I wanted to react to that. When I was on this hiatus trying to make more money and ground myself and get a little better at being me, I saw that video of Homeboy, this really super swole dude that was like some kind of plumber or something like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he's talking about.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
That was just corny. Bro was corny.
It's wild, right?
He's corny as hell, bro. Like, and we'll react to that eventually, I'd imagine, even though it's already dead, but it'll be a great topic to talk about.
Of course.
Yeah, we're already at 8 minutes. Boom. Did 2 in 8 minutes. That's 4. Yo, we killing it. Yay.
So, you've been gone from the YouTube space for a little bit.
Man.
Took on a little hiatus.
2 months, bro.
Oh, let me tell you.
What's up?
The amount of pedos.
Oh, man.
That's been outed on YouTube, bro. How do you feel about that? Pedos on YouTube, man. What's up with that?
Be careful how you're saying it, too. PDF files. That's
the PDF files.
The PDF files. I'm not even monetized
you
yet.
You know what I mean, man? What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it. When it comes to, there's not really much to think about other than that we've always known that there is a weird, like, dark space behind scenes when it comes to a lot of things, such as like Hollywood, when it comes to maybe even the NBA or NFL sports, whatever. And then, of course, in the YouTube space. So it's like you're very ignorant to not believe that this doesn't happen, and it shows a lot there when you have companies such as what I'm going to post this on YouTube that almost in a sense protect those individuals to a degree. Some of them, not all of them. Like, say for instance, the whole Mr. Beast thing. I think, is that what we're kind of referring to a little bit too? Because that was another thing that came out recently. Like,
let me tell you, it's been so many.
It's been a lot more than just
a lot more than just what Mr. Beast got going on.
It's not even Mr. Beast, and allegedly, let's go ahead and say that now. But the friend, the trans individual, alleged trans individual.
Yeah, he's out.
They are them.
It's crazy, man. It's insane.
It's insane. But how I feel about it, I feel like we're gonna always find really weird things behind closed doors in any type of like art form, any type of demographic when it comes to like media. It's just gonna happen, and unfortunately we're always gonna find that. And the more successful you are, the higher you are in power, it's going to be harder for those individuals to really get the justice they deserve. Like they get protected, bro. This shit's weird, and There's a far larger agenda. I personally believe there's a lot of like when it comes to protecting individuals who attack children, because that low key is on some like satanic like vibe anyways, which they support. If you didn't know, Hollywood's about that satanic shit. Shocker. Like, it's not, but it's like I wouldn't be surprised because they practice this shit, right? So it's like if other people are doing it, you're just adding into the demonic energy, frequencies, whatever. I'd imagine they're not going to really go against you and try to track you down unless you've done something else. That's crazy. I don't know. That's a long-winded answer again, but like I have no idea. That I just think it's crazy. I'm not surprised. They need to go to jail.
They need something. Personally, I don't understand when you get to that status. You know what I mean? Like, why would you be moving like that? So that's going to segue to my next question I got for you.
I know why to answer that question.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick, the reason why is that because once you we as human beings, we have an equilibrium of being entertained or feeling like we are being fulfilled in a sense, but then we get bored. And that's just not like anyone, that is everyone to a degree. It's not just a specific person or a specific sex group, whatever. We genuinely just get bored. It's going to happen eventually. And it's like once you're successful and you do all these amazing, crazy things, you go on parties every day, you go to different trips, you get all these different women, whatever, that stuff gets boring eventually. Surprisingly, it sounds crazy, but it does. Like even money gets boring. So it's like, what's the next crazy thing you can do? And then I think I'm shooting in the dark right now, but I feel like that's a huge reason why some people go to and gravitate to that shit, or they already had that shit in their head before getting rich, and now they actually are able to move on it. So that's what I think personally. But what was your segue?
With that being said, how important is mental health in 2024, especially for somebody who is successful in what they're doing in life?
I think it is just as important in 2024 as it was back in the 50s, the 40s, 30s, whatever. Like it's just as important. It's just that we are in a place as a species where there's an awakening that we are very aware of what is right and wrong to a degree. I know a lot of people like to say that there isn't a objective right or wrong. I personally believe there is. Either you're doing something that is in a positive is of good, or you're doing something negative is evil. I feel like when it comes to mental health, and I go to therapy myself, I even talk about this on the channel, of course. I actually went today in my 7th session, and it's helped out a lot. I think that we all have trauma. Doesn't matter what demographic, whatever class, how much money you have, where you come from. And we all need some sort of healing or someone to kind of regulate us when it comes to not just emotions, but mental thoughts and how we see ourselves and how we see the world. So I think it's extremely important, especially if you're successful. Like, how are you going to maintain your success if you are an echo chamber of individuals who are just saying yes to whatever you're saying? They're not challenging you in your thoughts. They're not trying to dig a little bit deeper because they're all your employees or your yes men or whatever it is, your wife, whatever. So it's like, I think it is important to have some kind of, at least if not a therapist, some kind of
some type of shaman,
somebody to talk to, maybe a friend group, like a group chat, something. You need to have someone to talk to, because therapy could be almost anything. Just you and I talking about whatever we chop it up about on a day-to-day basis, that could be therapeutic. Yeah. Doing what I do, like editing videos and stuff like that's therapeutic. So it's like, it can be therapy, but actual clinical therapy that helps people when it comes to traumas and problems and things that they have not yet worked through mentally. I think that it is extremely important, man. We all need it. Doesn't matter where you're at in life, even if everything's perfect. I think we can still utilize therapy. That's real. That's a long way to answer your question.
I like it. I like it. So with that being said, how important is having friends in 2024? Because you see a lot of people online post and say they don't have friends. They do this by themselves. They self-made. All this type of stuff, but we know in the background there's some type of support there. You know
sure.
What I mean? So how do you feel about that? How important do you feel like friends are in 2024?
It's a great question. I mean, monumental. If you didn't have friends, I'm not saying that everyone needs friends, but we are social creatures at the end of the day. I know that sounds like a cliche thing to say, but it's true. We are very much so social creatures. We do need some level of camaraderie. We need some kind of like connection with other individuals, whether if it is on an online space and you're just talking to a camera, you build your own community, or if you're actually having a conversation with a real person, one-on-one, face-to-face, like you need that. And if you have multiple friends, I think it's beneficial to have multiple friends, not from the same friend group, because then you get different perspectives as well in life. Because if you surround yourself with the same subgroup of friends and they all think the same, I feel like you're not growing as a person. You're very like, you're literally in an echo chamber of individuals who have the exact same thoughts as you. So I think it's great to have different friends from different backgrounds, different races, maybe from different places as well. Maybe have a friend, if I'm a Christian individual, maybe have a friend that's atheist. Like, that's cool. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't have any, like, if you don't believe in the same thing I believe in, I don't think that you are a terrible person, like a lot of people might think, but I don't do that. It's like, if we can at least have like very like respectful conversations and at least like explore what it's like to maybe see ourselves in another person's shoes for once, another POV. I think that's nothing but beneficial. It's just like traveling almost, but like less expensive. It's not. So it's like, it's great to have friends. It's monumental. You need that. If you don't have friends, that maybe that's just a reflection potentially of yourself, of where you need to work on certain things, heal, maybe therapy once again, and then maybe friends will come to you. You'll find your friends will find you, I think, too. I mean, just personally.
With that being said,
Yeah, man.
life goals.
Yeah.
Is it important to have them? And if you do have them, is it important that you constantly pursue it in order to reach your life goal?
So is it important to have life goals, and is it important to pursue them more of?
Yeah.
Well, I think, of course, like, at least if you don't have life goals, maybe at least have some kind of stability goals, if that makes sense. Like, because we all have to like eat, we have to drink, we have to like sustain ourselves, with to have some kind of environment to live in when it's raining or storming outside like it is now. Like, if you don't have at least some kind of like life goals and a passion or something that you want to achieve and make a difference in this lifetime, you have a very small, minute time, you should at least want to be stable, at least take care of yourself, at least create something that allows you to live, especially in this terribly inflated world. But yeah, do I have goals? Yeah. Do you? Here's a question for you. I'm being interviewed, but I'm gonna ask you a question. do you feel like as though there are? I mean, there probably are like an alarming amount of individuals who don't have goals, and I'm not just talking about like no disrespect to people who might not, have housing, unhoused people. You can't say homeless anymore. Unhoused people. Individuals who may be like addicted to drugs or like have mental health issues. But like outside of that, I feel like the average person has some level of goals. Would you say so?
Me personally, I talk to a lot of people. What I'm gonna say is about the life goals things. I feel like that's a personal decision, and deep down, I feel like every human has life goals. The problem is, I feel like they don't know how to pursue it. That's really the biggest hang up on anybody, honestly.
You're exactly right. I feel like whether if you don't have the tools, the resources, the mental capacity, maybe even you don't have the direction, the guidance, mentorship, whatever it is, then it's really hard to have goals and then implement whatever strategy plan to achieve goals. So it's like
you gotta have grit too, man.
You have to have grit.
You gotta be consistent. Keep grinding.
That's real.
That's a big one.
That's real, man.
That's a big one.
You are 100% right. And I think the average person does have goals. To your point, does the average person work towards those goals actively? Or do they just have something on the wall,
You feel me?
Yeah, you feel me?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They just, I don't want to say I don't want to be crazy with it, but you know what I mean. Psychologists tell you it's just mental masturbation when people just fantasize and just keep thinking about goals they can achieve and everything and never act on it.
That's a interesting way of saying that. Yeah,
I mean,
it's mental. Yeah. That's literally
what I was told.
that's real. I like that.
That's what I was told.
Oddly enough, mental masturbation.
I mean,
that's literally what it
That's what
is.
she said it was, dude.
That is what she said.
That's what she said it was. So.
Yeah.
All right. So you know, we gonna lighten up a little bit because there was some.
Oh, okay.
It was going crazy. We gonna lighten up a little.
All right. Hit me with it.
So,
What's up? What you got for me?
you wasn't online when all this was going down.
Okay.
That Kendrick and Drake beef.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Man.
When I tell you the Discord was going insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Your take on it, man. Because I know Aubrey was your boy, but at one point.
No, but because the last episode I dropped was actually second to last episode. It was the one when like J. Cole did the apology. That was the second to last episode of season 3 of The Bridge, and the whole episode was about like standing on what you believe in. Mm-hmm. And I personally, if you didn't see the episode, go see it if you want to see my take. Real quick, I believe that I don't think that J. Cole was weak for it. We definitely know for sure now at the end of this that it was a smart decision to stay out of it. It was a good business move. Stay away from it. Apologize to Kendrick. Move on. But to that point, answer to your question, we've always kind of low-key thought that Drake was on some weird stuff behind the scenes. Maybe I never thought that he would be like a great person to actually hang out with, respectfully. I just don't.
I mean, that's what everybody is saying. He ain't nothing really wrong with it, dude. Just a shitty person.
Apparently, there's a lot wrong with him.
That's a crazy take, though, bro. It's a crazy take. Like,
it's just if he did do those things to young women, which we've seen, and heard of.
We all saw the video.
So it's like I can't approve of it. The Bridge doesn't approve of it. We denounce this. These are children, man. So yeah, so that's literally, to sum it up, they not like us. That's literally how to answer the question.
A minor. Shout out to the city of Los Angeles for that.
You're right, Compton, to be specific.
I got another one for you.
What's up?
Who you voting for?
Oh man, who am I voting for? What was your first question? Wait, what was your first question in the beginning of all this?
I believe I had asked you about the Olympics.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. Who am I voting for? I can wholeheartedly say that I am currently very much done with the Democratic Party. I'm over it. I'm a free nigga. I've been freed from the mental shackles. I've been delivered. I think for myself now. I look at the options. I'm actually critically thinking and not emotionally thinking about bad words, race, this, all the. What would put us as a country in a much better situation financially, when it comes to values, when it comes to at least trying to put the money back in our pockets in this crazy inflation and all that, man. I can't say the Democratic Party is going to do that because we've experienced these last 4 years, and where is our money going? Not in our pockets. Where is the mental health now? We were talking a lot about mental health. Where's the mental health? Just through the roof of just like a lot of things going on here, and I'm not trying to like speak too much about the.
I know I don't want to get you riled up.
I'm not. The different communities. I'm not sure, but it's because I understand that I respect and I understand individuals who truly want to live their lives and be themselves, freed in their own skin, feel like they're their own selves, they feel comfortable in just walking around this world being themselves. I have no problems with that. I've said that so many times. I don't like the indoctrination. I don't like trying to bring kids into it. I don't like changing words and definitions and not being true, calling women birthing people capable of birth and all this. Just we're not doing. To me, it's too far. Like, again, I don't even believe in the whole love is love thing. I think love is God. First of all, I'm just being real. And what Ten Commandments, if you're respecting those 10 Commandments, you're showing love. And that is love thy neighbor. That is one thing. So I love everybody. At the end of the day, I try to respect everybody as much as I can. To a human level, I do. But like, in the human to human level, I love everyone too. But it's like, I can't get with the lies and deceptions. I've made a whole little side quest on the bridge, the decoding deception. And it's like, I even made a video about the Democratic Party and the lies and stuff like that. And they originally made the KKK. They originally were against the Civil Rights Act. They never allowed us to be a part of the party. Republicans did first in the 30s. And then Democrats are still more racist and stuff like that. Lyndon Johnson said he's going to have us hard R's voting for them Democrats for the next 200 years. So it's like, bro. And just talking to our friends, like, I'm not even want to put obviously no one's name out there, but it's just like, you can like, I asked one of our close friends, that we might see later on, and he straight up was agreeing with almost everything I was saying, literally word by word, but he just could not get over the fact that it is Trump. And I get it, black people, I get it. Look at me. I get it. It's thinking past the potential, because I mean, editing Marcus, please bleep that out. Can't say the R word. But potentially racist people or whatever, or the felon, whatever, all these other stuff, bro, that is below the grand plan of making sure that we are not driving this country in a worse position. I'm not saying that Trump definitely will take us out of it, but again, the Democratic Party definitely will not. No. It will not. It's like literally picking two terrible decisions. One is a lot worse than the other. So it's like, to me personally. So if that answers your question, we're Black MAGA over here. We are, for one and only time. I wasn't last year or last season of electing, and I wasn't back in 2016. I never voted for Trump, but it's like, bro,
enough is enough.
Enough is enough, bro. It's just, I wasn't going to vote for Biden again. I did last time. And Kamala, I definitely can't do that. That's just, she's not even black. She don't care about us.
It's rough.
So it's like, man, go to the next question, man. We're almost at 30 minutes.
Yeah. So we're gonna get back.
We get a couple more in this,
We're gonna get back to a topic that, that you're familiar with.
Okay.
On the bridge.
Okay.
And that's dating.
Okay, I'm familiar with that.
And that's dating. All right.
Yeah.
Now lay it out for the people on the channel. Dating in 2024. How important is it for you to be consistent with your significant other?
Oh, I mean, it's just as important it is to be consistent with your significant other in a marriage to a degree. But I mean, dating is dating. I get it. It's not the same level as marriage.
Dating, marriage. Let's just throw it all in one boat, man.
Sure. If it's all in one boat, it's sinking. Dating in 2024. I mean, personally, I've been with the same woman for almost two and a half years, 2 years or so. But it doesn't really feel like dating for us. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Whatever. Like, even people all the time say, like, they call her my wife or whatever all the time. And it's like, because I mean, I guess in a spiritual sense, without the papers and the actual ring and all that, I guess we are, but it's like,
y'all sync, man.
We sync. That's real. But it's like, I think the dating pool. Are you asking about the dating pool?
No, I'm just.
Or just dating in general.
Just dating in general. Your perspective on it. You know what I mean?
There needs to be more courting and less dating. That's what I believe. I believe that there is too much like swipe, trying to meet somebody and whatever, trying to get something out of them, whether if it is, sex, Marcus bleeped that out, or whether if it's money, opportunities, resources, assets, whatever it is, there's a lot of underlining self-gratification that a lot of people in 2024 want things done for themselves, and they don't really care about the other person. They don't care about conjoining. They don't care about putting things together and merging people's needs and wants. They only care about their own, I think. So it's like, it's really hard. out there, just from hearing from my single friends, family members who are dating or like not in an actual like healthy committed relationship. And I'm not saying my relationship's the healthiest. We have our bumps in the road. We have our own shit, but it's like at the end of the day, we are both committed and we both want this and we're here for a reason. And we get along very well. So it's just like, really, it's a lot of things that we talk about here on the bridge. If you can communicate, if you can just be real, be vulnerable, be transparent, and not vulnerable as in being weak, but being vulnerable as being open. And like at least try to tear down those walls to a degree, because you got to let someone in eventually, or you're just going to be literally in your own little castle by yourself, in your own little world, walls up, not allowing anyone in. And I feel like that's a sad existence. Like you can't allow your armor to go down for anybody at all, not even parents, friends, families, sibling, significant other. If you can't do that, I feel like that's sad. And I feel like there's a lot of people who have a lot of terrible trust issues too. That also adds into the terrible thing with dating. I think dating is a mess. If men just go out there, court women, sure, and women actually want to be courted, sure, and like, I'm not saying the man takes you out on a dinner, so now you owe him whatever in return, but like at least both of y'all come correct. Both of y'all have the same mindset of like, I'm actually looking to grow and develop with another person and not just with myself. I think it's beautiful then, but if it's just dating, it's just hookup culture. It's just like, what can I get out of the other person? I think it's just lame. It's sad, and it won't get any better, I don't think, unless more people speak up and say things that we talk about. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. That's my answer. That's a great question too, by the way.
Yeah, man, because it's nice to hear from somebody with their head on straight. Because I done told you stories, and there's a lot of ice spices and breads.
Yeah, man.
I can't speak for no other city, but the city we live in. My God, you know what I mean? You're needle in the haystack, bro.
I appreciate. So it's just. And I had this conversation with my therapist earlier. I'll make this really quick because we're at 34 minutes. But like, when it comes to, I feel as though I'm extremely fortunate. I'm extremely, to a degree, like, what's the word that everyone uses these days? When you feel as though you, what am I trying to say?
Grateful.
Not grateful. You know what I'm trying to say, Marcus. You know what I'm trying to say. What is everyone trying to say these days? Whatever. It's gonna hit me later on. But I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful. I think me being in the spot where I was raised in a 2-parent household. Both biological parents both were there the entire time while I was there. It's like I am the lucky person, and especially in our community, especially in our country, when it's like a very high rate of divorce rate, of course, a father's not being there, mother's not being there to take care of the kids or whatever. And it's like I had it all, the blueprints of like the American dream of growing up in America. So I'm very fortunate. It was one of the words I was thinking about, but that wasn't the real word. I can't think of it, bro. But I feel as though that I have that voice that should at least talk about these things, because if I'm fortunate enough to have all these things in the beginning of my upbringing, there's a lot of people who look like us, especially, that didn't have that. And it's like, maybe it's best for me to at least use my voice to encourage them to break that curse or that chain, whatever it is, from their families, or their grandparents may have not been together, their parents might not have been together, they might not want to be in a relationship or long term, and then hopefully maybe this platform, what I say, encourages them that they don't have to look at it as a negative thing to want to be in a family or create your own family or be a part of something bigger than yourself, because that's how you truly grow a community, that's how you truly grow a working force, is having nuclear families, having a father and mother in the household that are both healed at least, and then staying together, trying to take care of the household and teaching the kids, raising them so they have some morals and values so they can be great assets to society. That's literally the whole point. And if I was raised that way, why not, in a sense, make myself not the poster child of it, but it's like I was fortunate to be a part of that. And I hope that for everybody else, because I can only imagine how much different maybe my life would have been if it wasn't like that. I'm very fortunate, very lucky, man. So it's like, I think it's only right for me to, you know, it's almost like saying, for instance, like if you got out the hood, in a sense, you want to give back to people, especially from your own. And I'm not saying like me being in a 2-parent household is me getting out the hood, but it's like, again, I can't think of the word I really want to use, but I am very blessed and fortunate to be in that position. So it's like, why not use my voice?
All right. And I know we're getting close to the end, so
yeah, hit me with
let's hit the people with this.
Okay, let's hit.
If you could tell everybody in the world one thing, what would it be?
Tell everybody in the world one thing, what would it be? Oh, subscribe, hit like button as well, notification bell. See. No, but seriously, it will really help the channel out now.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all you got from me.
That's all I got, man. That's it.
Okay. I appreciate it again. When it comes to like, how did you feel about doing the interview process? How was that for you?
Bro, no, come on, bro. This is like conversations we have on the day.
That's very true. Yeah.
Just kicking the shit.
That's literally it.
We just threw it on camera this time.
Right.
Bro. That's it, man. I feel like everybody needs a friend with their head on straight, and you are definitely one of those people, bro. Regardless of whatever you got going on, going to therapy and all that stuff, man. Mental stress, or just doing and just being you, Marcus, just being Marcus. Man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I appreciate that.
That's cool, man. Everybody needs a person like that in their life, dude.
I mean, to that point, I feel like as though you are like that. This is us just like being super like cool now.
We just kicking the shit.
We just kicking this shit. But vice versa. Like I think. I don't know how you view yourself, but I view you as you having your head on straight as well. And I'm telling you that face to face because I mean we've had these conversations too, but like very much so mature for your age, dude. Because you're a little bit younger than me, but it's like. See, you're like an old soul low key, like, so it's like I respect that you have your head on straight, and I do believe that we all need to surround ourselves with what we want to be as well. So if we want to have our head on straight, we want to at least move in a certain way, we have to surround ourselves with people like that. So, and I have some friends that, like I said, all walks of life, so maybe some people that might not have their head on straight, some people that are way more successful than I am, but it's like, at the end of the day, I try to stay consistent of where I want to be by talking to the people that I feel as though would help elevate me to that, and not in a using them, but like I can learn. I can show some humility and learn something from those people because I do not have it all figured out. I don't have this all figured out. I'm still trying to figure this shit out at the end of the day. But yeah, man.
It's cool though, man.
Yo, but I appreciate you again, man. And everyone who has stuck around this long, we really appreciate you on the bridge. We're going to drop some more content soon. We have big plans, huge. You see what I did there? I appreciate you guys again for sticking around this long. Please subscribe, hit the like button as well, notification bell. Stick around for the bridge and you will see more of us. You'll see a little bit more changes for the channel and what we're going to do here. I'm going to cut it now. See y'all next time.